The Great Wall of China is not visible from space. The tongue of a blue whale is not larger than a school bus. The average person does not use only 10% of their brain. The phrase "let's make a deal" was not said by the devil in the Bible. The myth that Napoleon Bonaparte was short is incorrect. He was actually of average height for his time. The saying "an apple a day keeps the doctor away" does not have scientific evidence. The notion that bats are blind is false. They have good eyesight and also use echolocation. The idea that you can only catch a cold from cold weather is incorrect. It is caused by viruses. The belief that humans only have 5 senses is not accurate. There are many other senses such as proprioception and interoception. The notion that a penny dropped from a tall building can kill a person is a myth, as the penny would not have enough velocity to cause significant harm. The idea that goldfish have a memory span of only a few seconds is incorrect. They can remember things for up to several months. The belief that humans are the only species that cry emotional tears is incorrect. Other animals such as elephants and dogs can also shed emotional tears. The idea that the heart stops beating during a sneeze is not true. The heart rate may slow down slightly but never stops. The notion that lightning never strikes the same place twice is false. Lightning can and does strike the same place multiple times. The belief that a person can be scared to death is not scientifically proven. Although severe stress can cause physical harm, it is not directly responsible for death. The idea that the human nose can detect over 10,000 different scents is a myth. The actual number is closer to 1,000. The belief that the average person swallows 8 spiders in their sleep is a myth. It is extremely unlikely that this would ever happen. The idea that chameleons change color to blend in with their surroundings is not entirely true. They also change color for communication, temperature regulation, and mood. The notion that playing classical music to plants will help them grow better is not scientifically proven. Sound does not have a significant effect on plant growth. The belief that all dogs are colorblind is not accurate. Dogs can see some colors, but not as many as humans and not as vividly. The idea that the Earth is flat is a myth. It is scientifically proven to be an oblate spheroid shape. The belief that all sharks are man-eaters is false. Most shark species do not pose a threat to humans. The notion that alcohol kills brain cells is not entirely true. Moderate drinking may not cause significant harm, but excessive drinking can lead to brain damage. The idea that the pyramids in Egypt were built by slaves is not entirely accurate. Many workers were paid laborers and skilled craftsmen. The belief that cold weather causes the common cold is incorrect. Cold weather may weaken the immune system, but the virus is what causes the cold. The notion that the human body is composed of 60% water is not entirely true. The actual percentage varies based on age, gender, and body composition. The idea that all snakes are dangerous and poisonous is not accurate. Only a small percentage of snake species are venomous. The belief that the moon landing was faked is a myth. There is overwhelming evidence and numerous testimonies to support the fact that the moon landing did occur. The notion that the Earth is the center of the universe is a myth. It was proven by Galileo Galilei and later confirmed by scientific evidence that the sun is the center. The idea that all volcanoes are mountains is not accurate. Volcanoes can also be found on plains or in the ocean. The belief that all dreams have a hidden meaning is not scientifically proven. Some dreams may have symbolic meanings, but others may just be random thoughts and memories. The idea that the human body is mostly bacteria is a myth. While bacteria do play an important role in our bodies, they make up only a small fraction of our total mass. The notion that all lightning is white is not entirely true. Lightning can appear white, yellow, orange, red, blue, or violet depending on the conditions. The belief that the Earth is the only planet with liquid water is incorrect. There is evidence that water may exist on other planets and moons in the solar system. The idea that the left side of the brain controls creativity and the right side controls logic is not entirely accurate. Both sides of the brain work together in various tasks. The belief that all black cats are unlucky is a myth. Black cats have a long history of being associated with good luck in many cultures. The notion that the heart is located on the left side of the chest is not entirely true. The heart is actually located slightly off-center and to the left. The idea that humans only use 10% of their lung capacity is a myth. People use a different amount of their lung capacity depending on their age, health, and activity level. The belief that all spiders are dangerous to humans is not accurate. Most spider species are harmless and play an important role in controlling pests. The notion that the Earth rotates only once a day is incorrect. It rotates once every 24 hours, but it also rotates on its axis once every 23 hours 56 minutes and 4 seconds. The idea that the North Pole is always covered in ice is not entirely true. The Arctic ice cap is melting and shrinking due to global warming. The belief that humans are the only species that use tools is not accurate. many animals such as chimps, crows, and octopuses have been observed using tools. The notion that all hurricanes rotate counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere is not entirely true. The direction of rotation depends on various factors such as the Earth's rotation and wind patterns. The idea that the Great Barrier Reef is dying is not entirely accurate. The reef is facing many challenges, but it is not dying and still supports a diverse range of marine life. The belief that all earthquakes happen along plate boundaries is not entirely true. Earthquakes can also occur within plate interiors, in volcanic regions, and at hot spots. The notion that all animals hibernate in the winter is not accurate. Only certain species of animals hibernate, such as bears, bats, and groundhogs. The idea that the sun is a star is not entirely true. The sun is actually classified as a type of star known as a G-type main sequence star. The belief that the Earth is the only planet with a moon is not accurate. Many other planets in the solar system have moons, including Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. The notion that all tornadoes form from thunderstorms is not entirely true. Tornadoes can also form from other meteorological conditions such as mesocyclones. The idea that the Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world is not entirely accurate. It is the third largest after the Antarctic and Arctic deserts. The belief that all birds can fly is not accurate. Some birds such as penguins, ostriches, and emus are flightless. The idea that the Amazon rainforest is the largest rainforest in the world is not entirely true. It is the largest tropical rainforest, but the Congo Basin is larger in terms of total area. The notion that all earthquakes happen in California is not entirely true. Earthquakes occur all over the world and can happen anywhere there is seismic activity. The belief that all fish can swim is not accurate. Some fish such as lungfish and mudskippers are able to crawl on land. The idea that the largest ocean in the world is the Pacific Ocean is not entirely true. The Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean are roughly the same size, but the Pacific is slightly larger. The belief that all animals in the Arctic are white is not accurate. Many Arctic animals have fur or feathers that are not white, such as polar bears, foxes, and ravens. The notion that all snakes lay eggs is not entirely true. Some species of snakes such as boas and pythons give birth to live young. The idea that the Earth is the only planet with life is not accurate. While no other life forms have been definitively discovered, there is evidence that some of the other planets and moons in the solar system may have the potential to support life. The belief that all polar bears are left-handed is not accurate. Polar bears do not have a dominant paw, but they do have a preference for using their right paw when catching food. The idea that the tallest mountain in the world is Mount Everest is not entirely true. While Mount Everest is the tallest mountain above sea level, Mauna Kea in Hawaii is the tallest mountain when measured from base to summit. The belief that all deserts are hot and dry is not accurate. Some deserts, such as the Antarctic desert, are cold and dry. The idea that all volcanoes are active is not entirely true. Some volcanoes are considered dormant or extinct and may not have erupted for thousands of years. The notion that all hurricanes are named after women is not accurate. Hurricanes are now named after both male and female names. The belief that all black holes suck in everything around them is not entirely true. Black holes only suck in matter that comes within a certain distance of the event horizon. The idea that all hurricanes are the same size is not entirely true. Hurricanes can range in size from small systems to massive storms covering thousands of square miles. The belief that all earthquakes are caused by plate tectonics is not accurate. Earthquakes can also be caused by volcanic activity, human activity, and meteor impacts. The notion that all tornadoes are the same size is not entirely true. Tornadoes can range in size from small, narrow funnels to massive, destructive storms. The idea that all tsunamis are caused by earthquakes is not entirely true. Tsunamis can also be caused by volcanic eruptions, meteor impacts, and underwater landslides. The belief that all animals in the jungle are exotic and exotic animals are only found in the jungle is not accurate. Many exotic animals can be found in other habitats and many common animals can also be found in the jungle. The notion that all earthquakes happen at the same depth is not accurate. Earthquakes can occur at various depths, from shallow events near the surface to deep earthquakes within the Earth's mantle. The belief that all plants are green is not accurate. Some plants have leaves and stems that are red, purple, yellow, orange, blue, or other colors. The idea that all hurricanes form over the ocean is not entirely true. Hurricanes can form over land as well if the conditions are right. The notion that all animals migrate to escape winter is not accurate. Some animals migrate for reasons such as food availability, breeding, or to find a new home. The belief that all flowers are used for decoration is not accurate. Many flowers are also used for food, medicine, and as a source of nectar for bees and other pollinators. The idea that all rivers flow to the ocean is not entirely true. Some rivers flow into lakes, wetlands, or underground aquifers. The belief that all earthquakes occur on land is not accurate. Earthquakes can also occur under the ocean, leading to the formation of tsunamis. The notion that all animals in the ocean are dangerous is not accurate. While some marine animals are dangerous, many are harmless and play important roles in the ecosystem. The idea that all forests are the same is not accurate. Forests can vary greatly in terms of climate, vegetation, and wildlife depending on the location and type of forest. The belief that all earthquakes are felt by everyone in the area is not accurate. Some earthquakes may be too small or too deep to be felt by people. The idea that all plants need sunlight to survive is not entirely true. Some plants such as mushrooms and ferns can grow in dark, damp environments without sunlight. The notion that all hurricanes are tropical storms is not accurate. Hurricanes can also be referred to as typhoons in other parts of the world. The belief that all deserts are barren and lifeless is not accurate. Many deserts support a diverse range of plant and animal life adapted to the harsh conditions. The idea that all earthquakes are sudden and unpredictable is not accurate. While some earthquakes are sudden, others may be preceded by warning signs such as increased seismic activity or ground deformations. The belief that all plants reproduce using seeds is not accurate. Some plants reproduce using spores of their stems, leaves, or roots. The notion that all hurricanes are dangerous is not accurate. While some hurricanes can cause significant damage and loss of life, others may be relatively weak and cause only minor disruptions. The idea that all rivers flow in one direction is not accurate. Some rivers have meandering or braided channels that can change direction over time. The belief that all hurricanes are caused by warm water is not accurate. While warm water is a key factor in the formation of hurricanes, other factors such as wind patterns, air pressure, and atmospheric instability also play a role. The notion that all earthquakes are caused by plate tectonics is not entirely accurate. While plate tectonics is a major cause of earthquakes, other factors such as volcanic activity, human activity, and meteor impacts can also trigger earthquakes. The belief that all plants are rooted in soil is not accurate. Some plants such as epiphytes and aerial plants grow on other plants or surfaces without being rooted in soil. The idea that all hurricanes are fast-moving is not accurate. While some hurricanes can move quickly, others may be slow-moving and linger in an area for several days. The notion that all earthquakes produce the same amount of energy is not accurate. Earthquakes can release varying amounts of energy depending on their size, depth, and location. The belief that all deserts are dry is not entirely accurate. Some deserts receive significant rainfall and support vegetation, while others may be dry most of the year but experience occasional flash floods. The idea that all rivers are freshwater is not accurate. Some rivers contain salt water from the ocean or from underground sources. The belief that all hurricanes are formed in the same way is not accurate. The formation of hurricanes can vary depending on the specific conditions in a region. The notion that all earthquakes happen at random is not entirely accurate. Earthquakes can occur in patterns and may be triggered by specific geological or meteorological events. The idea that all rivers are the same size is not accurate. Rivers can range from small streams to massive waterways that span thousands of miles. The belief that all hurricanes are caused by warm air is not accurate. While warm air is a factor in the formation of hurricanes, other factors such as wind patterns, air pressure, and atmospheric instability also play a role. The notion that all earthquakes are the same magnitude is not accurate. Earthquakes can range from small, barely noticeable events to massive, destructive earthquakes that can trigger tsunamis and cause widespread damage. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.